Huh. All right. Looks like we're ready to get started. We'll see if anyone says hi. See if the audio levels are good. All right. Do some requests. Oh, now we're up to 3 people. If you're part of my old community, I know it's not fighting games, but I think these days we could stand to send a little positivity out in the world, given the last few years. If you're new, don't hesitate to say hi. Let's see, how do we respond to this one? This time because it's a marathon. Like having a marathon. Ha! Sora. First chatter to come back in 7 years, and the first thing you ask is for Persona 5 Royale, huh? Or Royal, I guess. I keep calling it Royale for some reason. You know, I was just thinking, if they release it on PC and it seems like, you know, Atlas is going in that direction, it might very well be worth streaming again. Although we'll see. I don't know if there's enough of you guys out there who still keep tabs on me. I'm just an old dude playing old games. Oh my god, Tarragon. Good to see you. We're getting the band back together, huh? Dude, it's weird. I'm gonna be honest, it's weird. By the way, tell me if the sound levels are off, but it's been like 7 years, I think. If anyone cares, I jumped into the Persona franchise after you recommended P4G. No, that's good, Sora. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy to have kind of introduced that franchise to people because I do think it had a lot to offer. P5, I think P5 had its share of fame. I don't know if people really liked P5 as much as P4, but you know, we'll see. If they have a PC release, a lot of things have changed for me personally, so it's hard to sort of broadcast the same way I used to. But yeah, can you believe it's been like 7 years? Almost 7 years since I last broadcast? And I feel like a lot of you guys have been... I remember some of you guys were still in university. Some of you guys were just trying to find your ways in college. Or just starting out your careers. I know Bars actually became a game dev for Capcom of all places. I'm sure we were all thinking about it, but when they announced Persona 4 Arena for Steam, I was like, oh my god, is anyone from the old crowd paying attention to that? Are we all thinking about that game right now? But yeah, it's hilarious. More no, because it's like having a marathon. And right now I'm just trying to play this feel-good game because I feel like after the last few years, this is, you know, it's a good thing to put out into the world, and I think lots of people kind of need help in a weird way, a lot like how the characters in Persona sort of deal with these things. Like everyone just needs a little help, so that's why I'm thinking of starting off streaming this. But how have you guys been? It's been a while for you guys too, right? I never got to fully dive into Persona Arena, so I'm hyped for it to come to PS4. Oh my god, PS4. Oh god, it was a PS3 game, wasn't it? You could say PS5, but I don't think any of us can really get a hand on those, so it's a bit of a shame. Yeah, Sora, I hope that the game has good netcode this time around. I know that was like a big point of contention, and I think the devs have mentioned they haven't implemented rollback netcode yet, so who's to say, but lately I'm a Steam guy these days, so I'm afraid you won't find me on PSN like before. Dude, you you got 5 PS5s? You're not part of the problem, are you, man? Please tell me you're not scalping those. Let's see, what's appropriate? No, good on you then, man. Oh, yeah, crazy. So what's been happening this whole time? I've been since I last streamed, I moved, I got a new job. I kind of fell off. I was playing a lot of Overwatch, which isn't good content. And so I kind of just took a step back everything because I didn't really feel like I had much to offer. DMC back 7 years ago, I think we ended with me playing Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and at that time Atlas was going a little crazy with the copyright strikes, so I couldn't upload those. Persona 5 came out, but I think we all wanted to experience that on our own, so I didn't bother streaming it live. And yeah, no, lots of time kind of came and went, and here we are now. Every once in a while I think about the old community and think about like how fun it was to sort of be able to stream fighting games, have a community of people to play with, rather than just getting caught up in the toxic randoms, you know? Stick to things. 4 meditation apps. 16 planners. How do you stay with one method or try to get your life in order? Tough one. How do we answer that? But yeah, the return of Anchor Iron Man is coming. I don't know, Sora. I downloaded Marvel once, like last year, just to see what the Steam community was like, and zero matchmaking out there. I think it's all on Parsec, but that's not quite what I want either. I don't know, I just liked being able to, play against randoms and whatnot, but I don't know, like I said, like the title says, I'm washed up. I can't keep up with the fighting games these days. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, actually you're right, Tarragon. I remember, I still follow Kevin Ha, and I've been seeing like all the crazy stuff going on his Twitter feed. Marvel 3 is the new Marvel 2, right? Is basically what it's looking like. But yeah, fighting games are tough. There's that Power Rangers game. I love the idea of it. I bought it to support it, but I can't keep up. I can't keep up with these crazy combo scientists anymore, so I'm like, I feel like I'm just out of the fighting game scene completely. So I talk about dedication while trying to address a concernee about dealing with their own dedication. 11 years. Has it really been 11 years since Marvel 3? No way. I could have sworn I started streaming before that much time. Dude, Sora, don't feel bad about getting crushed at a major. That's what happened when I went to SoCal Regionals. I mean, it's a weird thing. It's a lot of dedication to stick with a game for so long, and I respect Kevin for kind of keeping that community alive. But how are you guys doing? I mean, it's been years. If you guys were kids, you're now adults, and if you were adults back then, you're definitely getting on in years at this point. Tournament was so hyped though because we had an old couple that joined the tournament. Oh, I read the report about that. That's super cool. They want to run their own minor, or they want to run a major in their own hometown, right? Like they actually showed up as a form of research. That was like the most wholesome thing I've ever read about the fighting game community. Which is like good on them, right? Especially when you think about how the community was 7 to 10 years ago, and how we're making strides. I think in the last 10 years, the society's changed quite a bit. We're really focusing on inclusivity and trying not to be assholes to each other. And what better example of that is there than, you know, inviting and supporting older folks into something that's considered so young, right? Better than when the Dragon Ball Z developer tried to compete in EVO. They were from Georgia. Also that Smash Bros room. Yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see that's all still going on. I mean, EVO had its thing happen last year, so. Although, who would have thought, right? I think Pokemon's organization is running EVO. I know a lot of people kind of shit on that, but she's got influence and she's pretty well spoken. At the end of the day, I think having a representative like that can only be good for the community. But you guys are still sticking tight to the fighting games, huh? Still a lurker at heart. Melee tourney, wow. Oh, that's cool. So you guys have been stepping out into majors then, huh? Minors and majors. University Melee tournament. Oh god, that's crazy. Even in university, they're still hanging on to Melee, even though the younger generation probably isn't as attached to it as the older generation. What a wild concept. Have you guys been following any of the others? I know Life Arrow is still doing his streams. Although I think he's kind of slowed down a bit himself. He used to do a lot more editing, and I think, well, he is married now. I can only speculate he's got a day job because I feel like he hasn't going as hard as he used to. Oh god. Oh, this poor person. Speaking of university, this is basically everyone who's ever applied to college, right? Like, how do you pick what career you want to do? Everything disinterests me. Please help. God damn. Light Thero changed a bit of his content, so I dropped him sadly. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? The fighting game streamer is kind of a cursed career path. Nobody's made it work. Like, you could argue Maximilian is still a fighting game streamer, but like, he's variety, man. That dude plays everything. He just happens to still be good at fighting games, so it helps. But yeah, none of them. No, it's really dependent on what game's available out there now. And like, I don't think anyone's really been that hyped about a fighting game for a while. Not as much as back then, anyways. And I think almost anyone who goes into uni has same sort of problem. Yeah, I mean, Max Max has the fortunate talent of just understanding fighting games in general. So he is still good to watch. But he's also got an entertainer's mindset, so he knows how to make it interesting for people. Hell, even when he's not playing fighting games, it's still sort of fun to watch him, so. I'm glad he's doing well, and he's got his kid too. Like, that's the thing, like, all this shit changed in the last 7 years. Like, Max is a fucking family man, can you believe it? He's putting his baby on stream and stuff, but he's still playing, like, Final Fantasy VII. Willie's been pushing through despite basically everything. Yeah, I mean, you kind of gotta be part of groups, and it's a tough thing, right? Like when you look at Max and his crew, and Max is basically kind of the leader of all that, which is a little sad to say because like I actually like Matt, who is Doctor Doom. Like that dude has good takes, and I feel like his sort of gaming preferences and history sort of relates to mine, but the dude hasn't, none of them, I don't think any of them have really worked it out the same way Max has. So like they're still there and they're still like, I mean, it sounds awful to say, but they're still notable because of their association with Max. But it's almost like you need small kind of streamer communes to keep it together. Tampa never sleeps. Damn. Tampa, Florida? Yo, Sora, is everything okay over there with the COVID situation? I don't want to get political, but Florida does get mentioned a lot in the news these days. don't really. Yikes. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of bad all over the country right now. As long as we're all keeping safe, right? Doesn't really give their students good perspective on what work is like. But yeah. I appreciate you guys coming out, by the way. I'm I've been free from not getting the Rona. I've been free from not getting the Rona. Does that mean you've been getting the Rona? Probably not. You've probably been free from the Rona, but, you know. All the same, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're doing well. Recommend getting part-time jobs or internships, even if they're shitty jobs. You never know what the age of these people are. Can I say shitty to them? It's probably safe, right? So get an idea of what's out there and what you want to avoid. Yeah, it's a safe word. I mean, we're on Twitch, right? Well, not that the people I'm answering are on Twitch, but you know. Safe poop nuggets. Is it a bad thing that I don't want to date anyone? This is a very interesting game. I discovered this watching someone else play this on Twitch. And it really surprises me that this hasn't gotten more exposure because it's like, this is kind of a platform people need right now, right? But what's actually interesting is that you can only really help with like a lot of these prompts and a lot of these people's questions once you've reached a certain age, because I think a lot of the time, all of these things people are kind of insecure about, you only really figure out when you're older. Yeah, Tarragon, this game's actually a few years old, but I was actually really surprised to see, like, it's still getting updates. I looked it up too, I was like, whoa. Like, they had an update at the end of last year, and like, so they're still supporting it, which is awesome. But yeah. Do people get replies? Yeah. No, they get replies. I actually put a few out there and they answered me. I could probably do that right now, actually. Let's see. What are we worried about these days? Because I could say, like, I've done this and I've actually gotten replies back within the matter of, like, 5 to 10 minutes. It's actually still very... It's more active than Marvel 3 online play, I'll tell you that. But let's see, what could we ask about then, in that case? Let's see. Am I a monster for liking pineapple on pizza? Oh, wait. None of that weird hand stuff. And of course, these prompts don't always have to be super, super serious or depressing. I actually find it's nice to, like, every once in a while when you open up this app, just see someone, like, send out a positive message. I imagine by now most of the assholes have left. Yeah, that's what I was actually really surprised by. Like, I was expecting, you know, a bunch of, like, jerk children to like be on here and tell people to kill themselves or whatever. But like, it's been pretty consistently nice around here. Like, people aren't even really putting up troll requests either, so it's like, I was shocked. I mean, it's been a few years, so maybe it's had time to run its course, but I was shocked at like how wholesome this whole thing seems to be. Admiring the person I love is just my way of loving, but I always end up putting that person on a pedestal and getting hurt when they put me on the shelf. I cannot love without admiring, but I cannot end love without burning of hatred and pain. God, you guys remember when you were teenagers? I was melodramatic as fuck. Let's see, how do we answer this one? I think the best way to go about relationships is to keep pace with your partner. If you overtake them in affection or infatuation, not only will you get snubbed. Sadly, I must go. Oh, AM shift worker. No, I appreciate you dropping by and saying hi, Sora. It's the state of things, right? We're all adults now. Old-ass adults compared to back then. But yeah, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. I wasn't sure anyone was going to show up here. Not only will you get snubbed if it doesn't work out, but you might just be smothering your partner as a result. Likewise, have a good night, man. Oh yeah, Florida, so East Coast, 9 o'clock. Work hard, be a responsible adult, make good choices. Oh my god, Tarragon, you are still a mod. How crazy is that? 7 years later, and you still got the mod sword. This platform's changed so much too. How have you been doing? What are you playing these days? I know a bunch of titles have kind of come and gone, but I don't know that there's anything that's really captured everyone's hearts like the old days. We got Unial, we got Blaze Blue, Tag Battle, whatchamacallit. Old single player games, yeah. I think that's what happens. KOTOR 2. Holy hell. We're all kind of reminiscing about old times, aren't we? It was funny, because lately I've been watching a lot of streamers myself. It made me kind of look back at my old YouTube channel, and I think one of the more impactful ones was the video I made about when I when I decided to stop playing Marvel. And I was like, oh wow, that was really the beginning of the end, wasn't it? Yeah, no, it's been that way for me too. I've been playing like Slay the Spire and like a lot of single player indie titles myself. I mean, it's tough. Community building is tough these days. Just try to rein in yourself a bit. Don't underpace yourself either. Am I remembering correctly, or did we used to speculate each other's Hearthstone matches? Oh god. Hearthstone had been a thing for a while. Sad, happy, mad. I haven't heard from him in a while, but like, it was one of those things where we'd mean the shit out of each other. I don't know that I played against you very much, but I remember that was one of the games I was starting to really get into by the end of my time. I don't know, Hearthstone these days is kind of bleh, whatever too. So it's tough. I don't know. Maybe as we get older, we have a harder time kind of sticking to these games, right? Just imagine hanging out with people and remembering how annoying the over enthusiastic guy generally is compared to everyone else. Just playing games at all somehow sometimes feels weird now. No, I get it. It's especially as a working adult, it's hard to sort of to dedicate that time even, right? Like I can't even sit down and watch a show or a movie. It's like really hard to just allocate that time when you could just be doing other things. Let's see. Did someone respond to our request? Someone did. Let's see what people have to say about pineapple on pizza. If people see you as a monster for liking pineapple on pizza, then embrace it. I know this is a real hot take for some people. But really don't, because if that's a waste. Just don't request it in Italy. Good advice. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, positive, wholesome behavior, which is so rare to find on the internet. But I think lots of people need it these days. Yeah, very sincere. Let's see, we got one more. You know, well, at least this person was honest. I'll give him that. I don't mind pineapple, personally. Indeed, the duality of the internet. Yet they are learning. The internet is learning how to be dissenting without being an asshole. And I think that is the most valuable lesson we can all learn from the internet nowadays. Or at least as members of the internet, spread that lesson. But we haven't went out on a proper date yet. School's getting busy. I don't know how to set one up. I'm scared I'm going to get friend zoned. Or I might have, and I haven't realized what to do. Oh, man. How are the teenagers finding out about this game? Because these are very clearly young people concerns. Yikes. Have you been watching anyone these days, Tarragon? I often wonder if maybe the old Twitch audience has just stopped watching Twitch altogether. A lot of lurking. Yeah, no, same here. I still have my Twitch account, or I still have my Twitter, but obviously I don't really post on it much. Smash Commentators channel, nice. No, that's good. There's something odd about like being part of getting modded, I guess, means you're officially part of a community, right? I lurk too much to actually be noticeable and therefore be a mod, but I always wonder how it is. Let's see. This guy, been talking to this girl in school, but we haven't went out on a proper date. Might be getting ahead of yourself. Do you know if this girl is even interested in you? I think it's perfectly normal for opposite genders to become friends, and maybe just expect only that. It's not a bad thing if she doesn't think of you romantically. But if you have a means of, if you show her a side of yourself she likes, could always become something else. Just don't expect it to be one way or the other. And please don't get personally. She doesn't see you the way you want to. Tough relationship advice for teenagers. The adults are doing a bad job of having these talks with them. Alright. What else we got? We got an occasional +1, -1 in the chat here. I wonder if they're people from the old times or if they're just kind of discovering the channel. How do you discover a random? Like, I can't imagine I'm being shown anywhere. How are people finding this channel is what I'm really curious about. God. This whole game. Everybody writing these requests is like me in my late teens, early 20s. Oh, first time chatter. Oh, hello. Wow, you actually looked up this game, huh? Yeah, I was a little surprised myself. Well, yeah, Tarragon, I know that. It's just, I'm more surprised that people actually are looking this game up. I mean, I discovered it and I looked it up and found no one was streaming it, but still. It's an interesting thing to specifically be looking out for. But yeah, my thinking in all of this and how I'd like to kind of do this stream is like, you know, idly answer these questions. But if people in the chat have questions or people in the chat want to contribute, that's cool too. Like, it's very, I'm going for very low key here. Yeah, Seal, no, that's what I was just thinking too. Like, it's funny because I think you have to be of a certain age to be able to contribute helpfully. Because you could tell a lot of these are younger person problems. Do you ever feel lonely? Although you have people around you, you can't help but feel like you're alone. I mean, I get it. don't think this is a super unique problem, especially these days. I gotta work on my grammar, especially these days when life seems very steady. It fluctuates wildly between young people and problems and midlife crises. Lo-fi, low-tier vibes, yeah, man. Yeah, the midlife crisis ones are tough, but I think because this is a video game, there's a very specific kind of age cap you run into with these kind of things. And this is not to judge. I'm speaking as like an older person. Uh, but like once you reach a certain age, you don't keep an eye on these things. You're not looking at Steam and noticing games like this popping up. And so I'd imagine probably the older spectrum would be close to maybe 40, but not really past that age. But I guess that's midlife, now that I think about it. Yeah, no, that's for sure, Seal. Young people, young people are easy. Young people, we've lived young people lives, so it's an easy, well, not easy, but it's something we can relate to, or something we've at least once dealt with in our lives. Let's see. One thing I would recommend is to not get too hung up over that fact. We all feel lonely sometimes, even if we think there's no reason for it. Yeah, no, I would love to just gather a community of kind of older folks who are like past all that young person drama and all that insecurity. Drop out like I did, but yeah, that's not the best thing to courage. Yeah, I mean, Seal, the thing about that though is that dropping out may not necessarily be bad advice either. I think it's important to sort of introduce that as a possibility for people who don't know, right? Because I think there's an awful stigma for students who think that education's just supposed to go until college. Like you have to finish college, but it's not for everyone, and it doesn't necessarily mean it'll lead to success for them. Some of the most successful people I know never finished college. The important thing, though, is I think presenting that option to them and just giving them food for thought. And I don't think anyone can really mess that up. I think there's no reason for it. Because not knowing means you end up believing that if school doesn't work without. Yeah, no, that's the big one. I definitely feel like as someone who's gone through that phase, I totally empathize with that thought. I do wish someone gave me options when I was a kid. Even if we think there's no reason for it. Maybe take some time to consider what it is you feel is lacking in these circumstances. If you're around people, maybe it's a feeling Yeah, it's definitely it's funny trying to stream this game too because I don't think it's not the type of vibe that lends itself to just non-stop conversation, right? Sometimes you need to just sit there and think about it. So, let's see. Introspection is always good. Yeah, at the end of the day, too, you don't have to solve everyone's problems. You just need to give them ideas. Been attending in-person school for a while, making zero friends, and now a friend I met online is going to start. They're super excited. Can't help but feel envious. Not because I think they'll leave me, but because they will make our own. Don't feel ashamed or think anyone in a similar situation would feel bad to us. That said, try to reduce further different mixture to my experiences. They might be able to. It's kind of impossible to compare yourself to others and expect similar results. Yeah. I mean, really the best you can do, especially in a forum like this, is offer a personal experience. You're not telling them that one way or another is right, but, at the end of the day, it's all about options. And I think people on here, they just don't know the options they have available to them. They might be able to grant you perspective. Good that you don't, that you aren't afraid of losing them. For me personally, when I find myself comparing my progress to others, it helps to remember that. Yeah, it's yeah. No, I'm not trying to criticize or argue or anything like that. Yeah, comparing progress to others. To a certain degree, We all know that on a logical level. I guess it's tough sort of presenting that opinion without potentially upsetting a person sometimes. Oh, is this a duplicate? I think I just did this one. Ever feel like something is your fault even when it isn't? How do I help myself? Yeah, this might sound like a questionable take, but I definitely get the feeling of either Asian raised vibes or religious vibes, because they tend to be very hard on themselves. So how do you resolve that? An instinct. Tarragon, I'm not being offensive. For the record, I am Asian and was raised religious, which is why I say this. I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. Come on. Oh boy. Let's see. Feel something is your fault. Understand what you're saying. I grew up thinking that for a very long time. I actually didn't grow out of it until my late 20s. I think a big part of getting past it is learning how to self-compassion. It's easier to attribute fault to yourself and accept that sometimes things are just out of your control. What's the track record I have with exes threatening to commit suicide? Yikes. I'm sorry to hear that, Seal. It's... Fuck. Dudes are kind of the worst sometimes. It's like... And like, don't get me wrong, like... Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to think about that at the end of the day, because one way or another you were involved. It's just, especially as a younger person, we put so much weight on the people we know and put in our lives. God, threatening to commit suicide. It's such toxic behavior. Like, I really wish, I don't know. I wish all of our parents weren't in such denial about the fact that we'd be getting into relationships, that they would actually talk about things like this and tell us, hey, like putting that burden on your romantic partner is an awful, horrible thing, and you should not do that. Don't threaten someone with self-suicide. That's a dick move. Likewise, holding people responsible, accountable for themselves. Even if logic dictates, they're the only ones responsible. Feelings say something. Well, logic often can't sway emotion. Yeah. So is the human condition, right? Yeah, threatening to commit. Oh, God, that bothers me. On your behalf, that makes me very upset to hear. But at the same time, I can kind of see myself as a younger person having. Not having said that, but like. I wouldn't see it as so far-fetched that I would have done that at some point in my life. It sucks, and I wish I knew better, but sometimes, you don't learn until sometimes you need a lot of relationships that make other people miserable before you realize, oh my God, I'm making people miserable. I need to stop doing that. So keep still yourself accountable for things, but don't burden yourself. Or make it necessary. People themselves never saw it as a threat. It was always said as a, like, well, without you, what's the point of... Oh, God. So they didn't mean to threaten, but yeah. Too much of this... Too much melodrama. I feel like stuff like that gets parroted a lot in, like, love songs. Love songs and dramas. It sort of builds a bad habit for us. Seem like... I was gonna say, they seem like an overachiever, but I don't have enough characters left. Give them a chill coffee mug. Want to go to a psychiatrist, but I'm so terrified. Man, I had a horrible experience in the past where a psych over-medicated me. Holy crap. Wonder if it has anything to do with the idea that breaking up is a moral failing somehow. Yeah, no, it's true, Tarragon. If you think about marriage vows, right? We've got a lot of stigma that we're still trying to outgrow in society. I know I've gone on a few dates with women who have been divorced. They always bring it up hesitantly, like, oh, just so you know, I'm divorced. And I'm like, good for you. That means your life must obviously be better without that person, and I'm glad you made that decision, It's tough because, we grow up believing in happily ever afters and, till death do you part kind of vows. It's it's a tough thing. Social programming is a really hard thing to kind of overcome. And to a certain degree, as younger people, we often think that relationships might as well be the same, right? You start slinging around that L word all over the place, and like, oh, it's gonna be so embarrassing if it doesn't work out. Want to go back to a psychiatrist. Man, this one's tough. Especially when you've gone to a bad doctor. It's hard to sort of instill that trust. Wish more people knew that breakups don't have to be this volatile, awful thing, too. Yeah, no, that's the thing, Seal. It's like... I think we've gotten too much into the habit of memeing things about relationships, right? Friend zone, for instance, is like viewed as this totally horrible thing that can happen, but it's not bad. Like, if if you get friend zoned, but they actually are interested in being friends, that means you have friends. There's nothing wrong with having friends. Friends are great. But yeah, I mean, it's just people have big egos, and it's hard for them to overcome. They think, we're raised to think that, like, oh yeah, you get the girlfriend and then you get married. It's like you go to high school and then you go to college, kind of thing. Like, we all kind of seem to think that it's supposed to happen, and if it doesn't, we're failing, which is unfortunate, but I don't know. I have a lot of hope for the younger generation. The kids who are learning about all this stuff now, I mean, they've got little things like this forum to kind of learn from, online communities, and hopefully there are people spreading good messages. And if you like a person, it's fun to be around them regardless of whether or not you possess them. Yeah, that's true too. There is possession. Man, yeah. It's one of those lessons I definitely wish I understood when I was younger. Now, what do we say to this person? Maybe start off seeing therapists or social workers. Their treatment solely relies on conversation and self-reflection. Yeah, therapy, right? Therapy culture. We gotta normalize that shit. More often than not, they'll have associations with psychiatrists. I don't know why I capitalized the psychiatrist. Additionally, when meeting psychiatrists, just be open about this past experience. Just be open and be clear about your expectations regarding treatment. That said, like any human relationship, if it isn't working out, you can always seek another. Yeah, for sure. That's the other thing too, right? Like, we all sort of instinctively fear failure. So if a thing isn't working out off the bat, we tend to stick with it for an unhealthy amount of time. What can I get? Let's give him a bunny. I think a bunny's good. I like the stickers. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a really nice touch. And actually, when you get the stickers, you can turn them into the objects that decorate your room. There's a lot of like hidden knickknacks in this game. So like the devs did a really good job. They're actually kind of thinking about putting it on mobile, which would be super convenient and great. I think more people would use it. Autism. Yeah. That one's tough. So probably high functioning autism. I mean, heck, this game, quote unquote game, is like, I don't even know if you consider it a game. Like, it's a forum. It's a forum with some really good features. But yeah, like it would make a really good app or a social media plugin of some sort, just to get more awareness out there and just, an actual forum for people to be positive. This one's tricky. I can't relate to the autism, but everything else he seems to be saying is kind of familiar too. I wonder if this person can discuss this with their friends. Yeah, I guess that's the trick, right? It's like most of the time when you have these sort of feelings, you're just afraid to verbalize it. Hmm. Don't have the perspective to relate in regards to your autism. The rest of what you're saying is really maybe little ways in which they'd feel cared for, like someone when they turn to them. Yeah. I think, though, at the same time, and this might be a personal projection, I think it would be tough to sort of express that you're a special case and then have people kind of treat you special as a result. I mean, it's tough, right? Like, no one wants to feel like a charity case, but it's a sticky situation because if you present yourself as having difficulties because of a personal circumstance, sometimes you end up being treated that way regardless. There is some value with the people you're close to. I get really bad peer critics, and if I'm hanging out with friends over the weekend while I'm getting those, I tell them, and they know this is something I have to deal with. Yeah, that's fair. Maybe it's just my... It might just be my inherent toxic masculinity that doesn't think of this in the first place. So it's a good perspective. So it's not exclusive to autism. Yeah. No, you have a good point, Steele. It'll probably be hard to verbalize, but I think, yeah, for sure. I'm really trying to. I'm a very verbose person, so it's very hard to like fit this all on the single page. Because I mean, language matters, right? The verbiage, the word choice, the pacing of it. If you were to go full efficiency, it would just sound rude or uninterested. Seems like it can be for the better, though. Yeah, no, that's true, Tarragon. I mean, at the same time, it's like you definitely don't want to send, yeah, dissertations to people. Likewise, you shouldn't be burdening other people with dissertations. We're keeping it simple, trying to be positive without, being so positive you dig yourself into a hole, right? It'll change it'll change your interactions. May not work for the best, but one way or another, progress. Glad the game doesn't let ongoing back and forth. Yeah, no, that's I read the developer notes on why they designed the game this way. I mean, it's smart. Like you can definitely see how this can sort of fall into abuse in the wrong ways, right? People wanting only to hear back from specific people, or people getting too invested in their relationships. Relationships? In the back and forths, I guess. I mean, it's also for safety too, right? Like, at the end of the day, this could be dangerous. And I'm glad that, oh, Jesus. What we got here? The girl that I liked said she thinks my best friend is cute. I really thought she liked me. Happened like 2 minutes ago. Oh, God. Oh, boy. It's always boys, isn't it? It's always not to self-hate on gender, but like this is such typical boy behavior. Oh God. We're in 2022, but I don't think we're quite there yet. How would I? It's not one I should actually say to this person. Yeah. Yeah. I get you. I mean, this is also a practice in compassion, right? Like, obviously this kid doesn't have the perspective or the life experience. Polyamory, also an option. Yeah. How would I? That's rough. I don't think he's that serious, but let's try to be a little considerate of his feelings. At least his girlfriend didn't turn into the moon. Why does that feel like a folklore reference? I feel like I should know what that means. Last Airbender reference. Yeah, that was a long time ago too, wasn't it? Man. You came in a little late, Seal, but in case you're wondering about my stream title, it's because I actually used to stream like 7 years ago. Oh shit, that's right. My girlfriend turned into the moon. Who the hell was the girlfriend? It was Sako's girlfriend. Damn, that was a long time ago. Uh, yeah, I mean, but as I was saying, I used to stream regularly 7 years ago, um, but I was pretty much absent, and then just kind of decided to hit the live button again today. So a lot of this is sort of like time machine moments for me right now. Tarragon was actually a mod from way back when too. And so like me and a lot of my viewership, we're all like we're all grown ass adults now who have like day jobs and stuff. I don't know, we played a lot of Marvel, we played a lot of Persona, dabbled in a little of the newer Street Fighters here and there, but it was fun. We had a community and we all kind of like did the lobbies together. Valentine's Day was a good memory. Hey, Lemon Thunder. Welcome. We're trying to help this poor young male cope with the notion that the girl he likes is into his best friend. Oh, man. That's rough, buddy. Yeah, he's probably gonna be too young to understand that that reference, though. Oh, Seal, you play Strive? Yikes, are you a masochist? No, Seal, we were all kind of low tier fighting game players back then, so no judgment. My stream was mostly me just trying to figure out how to play video games or like fighting games adequately. And the chat basically just being like, you could do it! You could do it, jmoonies! Just watch this combo video, you'll get it! We're doing good! If anything, I think we were the pinnacle of positivity among fighting game players. Tarragon was around for those times, he knows. It's always rough. With stuff like that. That happens. Guts, yeah, I remember Lemon Thunder. My attempts to play Punch Out and realizing how bad, not even just bad at fighting games, but bad at single player games that simulated fighting games. I just have bad reaction time. But I appreciate all you guys watching and, you know, being positive and trying to encourage me to do better. I think we don't see enough of that in the community. In any community, really. It's always rough on stuff like this. So how do we encourage him? How do we encourage him without getting him to be possessive or think that, you know, this was his girl? Because part of me is also thinking like, did this kid ask this girl out? Or should he try? It's always rough when stuff like that happens. Wear glasses and awaken a persona in every female acquaintance. I mean, it's... If anything, the Persona series did teach us that. But the thing is, unlike in this kid's situation, the Persona characters never home-wrecked anyone, right? They never encouraged someone who was into someone else to like you instead. Also friend B, also you. Yeah, it's... I feel like it's not that complicated either, though. This isn't a super deep problem. This is just... Dude's just salty as hell, and that's fine. It's okay to be disappointed. Just don't be mad at her. Are you friends? This doesn't have to change that. Drink some water. Yeah, drink some water, bro. It'll be cool. Just sit down, drink water, have a Snickers. This doesn't have to change that. And you'll get over it. Yeah, Seal, I was just thinking that too. I didn't know if it was like... if it was a bad thing to suggest that he just ask her out anyways. Get over it. I mean, if you're going to suggest that idea, then I guess it's fine to offer that up, right? It's tough because I'm not sure if it's one of those, you know, guys always say that, but maybe girls hate it when guys tell other guys to do this. That said, if she hasn't asked him out and your best friend isn't interested in her, you could still ask her out yourself and shoot your shot. Physical interest isn't everything, is it? Let's see, physical interest isn't everything, but... it's mostly a matter of coming to terms with things not panning out exactly the way. Could still be a chance for something. Just don't feel like you're entitled to it. And accept failure gracefully. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that's good. I don't think we're gonna turn this guy into a raging incel, so I'm happy enough with that. Incels, another thing that's kind of popped up in the 7 years since I've been off stream. Just such a wild concept to me. Let's give him a dinosaur. The fact that they're... Whoa, you're writing... Please wait a second, Wait, did the deer just refuse to deliver my message? Am I being too helpful? Is this game punishing me for being too helpful? just happened here? Okay, good. Ooh, good. Fight checked. Sir, you are spreading too much positivity. This deer cannot handle it. Please chill. You need to chill, sir. Drink some water. Oh, man. Hilarious. Lemon Thunder. Yeah, you were from the before times too, huh? It's been a while. I just can't get over the idea that, like, everyone who used to watch my stream, you must all be working professionals right now. You must all be working professionals or possibly even married at this point. Like, that's wild to me. Let's see. I feel like I'm not good enough for my boyfriend. I love him very much, but I'm terrified to hurt him. But I still make mistakes when I do, and I can't get over them. Beating myself up these days. Oh, man. Yeah, this is another aspect of social programming, which makes me very disappointed. Just freaking the Stepford wife, right? How do we address this? Why do you feel boggles my mind how long ago it was that the yeah, man, Lemon Thunder. I'm surprised. I've seen 3 of you come back so far, and like I appreciate that. It's actually really nice to come back after such a long time and see people still remember or willing to check in. Makes me wonder if this is their first romantic relationship. Yeah, Seal, that was my thought too. I'm like, is her boyfriend making her think she's not good enough? Let's see, why do you feel inadequate in this relationship? But that said, if the old crew comes back, this is actually perfect. We're all fully functional adults now. We've all lived through some shit. And it makes it easier to look at things like this and sort of deconstruct it, right? Feel inadequate in this relationship. I would say that's the first thing you need to home in on. Is he making you feel this way, or is this your first? This one of your first relationships? If he treats you well, what does it mean to be not good enough for someone? The great illness notwithstanding, what's been going on with you in the years since? Yeah, no, I guess I'm probably going to have to rehash the previously on here, but we last left off when I was streaming Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which, you know, I think around that time video game companies were getting really heavy on their DMCA strikes, and so I didn't upload that to YouTube, and I ended up kind of taking a break. I moved, I changed jobs, I switched careers completely, in fact, so a lot of that time was kind of trying to figure out how to get myself back to where I was. Lost myself in Overwatch, but Overwatch is very toxic and kind of soul crushing, so I didn't think that was good content. And yeah, no, I'm living out the great illness just like the rest of you guys, and I think to a certain degree, you know, I felt kind of I missed community, you know? Like I'm sure we all kind of do in one way or another, but you know, I had an instance to look at my YouTube videos and realize like, yeah, we had on the regular like 300 people coming in. We're just talking about whatever, playing video games together and like, you know, just not being jerks, you know? Like, you know, we were all trying to figure out how to play this fighting game and trying to help each other and give each other advice. And like, I kind of missed having that sort of community. Like, we were just talking about it now. Yeah, dude, it's been... Hey, Fade, it's been 7 years. And I was just thinking, like, we actually had a really positive community going, despite the fact that it was the fighting game community. Like, we all wanted to help each other, and like, other viewers, you know, we were making lobbies and people were playing games with each other and playing games with each other outside of the stream. And I thought that was like a really cool thing we had going on for a while. So I do feel a little guilty and a little sad that I've kind of let it lapse, but at the same time, I was trying to focus on, you know, my IRL career in life, and, you know. But who the hell would have thought it all turned into this, right? Like, I'm watching the new wave of streamers, and I'm just like, wow. These guys are doing something really cool. Like, it's easy to shit on them because they're, you know, quote-unquote influencers, but, you know, they're doing the same thing we used to do. They're playing games, they're spreading messages, they're trying to cultivate a good community, and I think that's something like... That's something I want to see more of. And like, something I wouldn't mind participating in again, even if it's on a small scale now. But yeah, how about you, Lemon Thunder? What have you been up to? I know vaguely that some people were in uni, and like some of them have actually made strides in their actual goals. But, you know, it's always good to kind of get these recaps once in a while. Let's see, if he's treating you well. Where were you back then, Lemon? Were you in college? Were you in high school? Can you believe that in the 7 years you could have finished high school and then some? Or you could have finished college and then some? Do you have children? Tarragon, I think. I don't think that's unreasonable. We were just talking about the PS3. Some viewers don't even know what that is anymore. You did finish college. There you go. Congratulations, Lemon. Hopefully finish college before coronavirus hit too. I can't imagine what those kids are doing these days. No one's going to be out playing Frisbee, or at least no one should be. If he's treating you well, you're clearly doing something right. I guess the big question would be, what's good enough for a boyfriend? And what you think you're doing insufficiently. I think relationships are just being good with yourself, with alongside another person. The virus was way after you graduated. Okay, good. Thank goodness, Lemon Thunder. Dude, going back to lurking, but happy to see your stream pop up. Dude, thanks. Thanks, Fade. It's actually really nice. It made me really happy to see some of you guys come back. Uh, this is kind of a test run, but like this has been pretty nice so far. So I might keep at it. You'll see the usual notifications on the same old channels, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll put more thought in what to do going forward because I mean, as much as I'd love to do self-help for the world every time, gotta mix it up a bit. And I am kind of rebuilding everything from scratch, so you know. Like, I don't have my old chat border, or I don't have my old stream border with all the graphics and designs, but I'm trying. I mean, you can see I've got a synthesizer on the upper left to sort of express some sort of excitement or enthusiasm. You don't need to see an old schmuck putting himself on camera for these types of things, anyways. Finally, something stopped the Quidditch perverts. Ah. Yeah. God, J.K. Rowling got canceled too in the last 7 years. We all thought Harry Potter would be some wholesome thing everyone would love forever, but she just had to be transphobic, didn't she? Yeah, Seal. Harry Potter, man, Harry Potter. Next thing you know, we're gonna hear like Avatar got canceled somehow, which hopefully not, but you know, it could just be good to yourself while being alongside another person. Let's do that. Which Avatar? I don't know. It's you never know. Aang's behavior might be unacceptable in another 7 years. Who's to say, right? Maybe Aang isn't progressive enough. At least Korra had like. Did she have a romantic relationship with? I forgot what her name was. When they ended the series together, I think there was a lot of speculation, but Asami? They did hold hands, but I mean that can mean anything, right? If anything, it'd probably be underage romantic behavior. Let's see, this guy looks like he wants a hug. We'll send her that one. Yeah, but there are no more avatars anymore, so you know. I don't think there will be another series of that, at least until they try to remake something. Surgery got canceled because of COVID. It's been put off for a few months. Oh my god. I'm not old enough to get my GED either. Sick. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, no, this is the kind of bullshit that like. This is why anti-vaxxers are assholes, because stuff like this happens. They don't have enough beds in the hospitals, and like people who actually need surgery can't get it. I'm not old enough to get my GED either. It's 2.5 years. Damn. Let's see. If it's any consolation, these past couple years are going to be weird for everyone. Don't feel discouraged if you're set back in school because of it. It takes a real asshole to judge you for something like that. Oh my god, trending for you, Holocaust. Oh man. Yeah, social media is still kind of cancer, unfortunately. I just get mad every time I see a recommended, oh no, a sponsored tweet from like old POTUS. That used to really tick me off. Small benefit of being bilingual. Omegaverse test. What the heck is Omegaverse? Oh god, have I been living under a rock? Is this something I should know? You both clearly know about this. Omegaverse test? I mean, this is a weird situation. You can't just say it and then not and then not explain it. Lemon and I are both very clueless, it appears. I just don't want to be embarrassed for not knowing it. Oh, okay. So it's like that, huh? I'm streaming, so I'm not gonna pull it up now, but boys love. Oh man. Yo, I didn't know about this. Is this like a feminist? Is this like a win for feminism, you think? That they're kind of fetishizing, like fictionally fetishizing boys in that way? Omega. So that'd be like a hermaphrodite almost, right? It's not like the worst thing. That's funny. And here I was just thinking isekai was just, the new anime cancer. I didn't realize this was a thing. But that's actually really funny to me. Wait, if we're talking about omega gender boys, right? So then they have a secondary gender. Isn't that kind of like... There are good works in the gen. I mean... If we're talking about omega gender boys, wouldn't that be like, I'm trying to remember, it happened a long time ago, but it's like the very last season of Sailor Moon, right? Where they had those boys who turned into women? Is it like that? Do you guys know what I'm talking about, or do I sound incredibly insane right now? Very ancient Sailor Moon I'm talking about, like late 90s, maybe early 2000s Sailor Moon. There's a lot of sexual assault in Omegaverse because people go into heat and then they can't control their. Oh my god, freaking Japan. Is this a Japan thing or I'm assuming it's a Japan thing. But like when they start building in like biological reasons why you can't not have sex, I think it's oh, it's Western. Well, far be it from me to kink shame. But that's interesting. Thank you for educating me. I I don't think I ever would have encountered that in normal life. And have friend female. Sorry for being a good. There's a lot of resentment in this one. Maybe that's what we home in on here. You really need to say anything to this person at all? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It's like they're very resentful, but I think it's one of those things where as a younger person you feel like you have to make a public statement about it, right? Like I don't like you. You have to announce that publicly. Because you can't just not silently dislike someone, right? So I think that's what's kind of going on here. Do you really need to say anything to this person at all? Do you feel left behind and that this person wasn't a good friend? Then it might just be healthier to just let it go. And I don't want to say move on because that does sound reductionist. Like just move on from it or like just ignore it. It's very dismissive of what the person's feeling most of the time. Okay, just leave. Just drop the relationship. Move. And focus on other things. Sometimes being confrontational when there's no chance of recovery is just destructive all around. This reminds me a bit of one message I responded to where someone asked, do you think it's smart to just let the other person go if they don't want a relationship with you? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? We're all very conditioned to sort of fight to keep these things, but it's not always, or at least put in the last parting word. We'll go with that, and hopefully it won't be too dramatic. I don't know, sometimes these stickers aren't really all that appropriate. Like, I don't know when I'm ever gonna use this slime thing or this fish that looks like pants. Found out I have borderline personality disorder. And while I feel good that my issues have a name... Yeah, the coffee mug's a good option. If I had like a sandwich or something, that would be nice. Give someone a cookie, give someone a sandwich. Food's a fairly neutral positive. Still can't get over that whole Megaverse thing. That's hilarious. Ah, broken. Let's see. Personality disorders. Or physical disorders. Nah, you're good, Tarragon. I think it's... Knowledge is never a bad thing. You at least warned us. Yeah, right? just veer them off completely. Just like, oh, you're concerned about suicidal feelings? Have you heard about Omegaverse? Oh, I could throw that out there, but I'm afraid that might be against TOS if I'm not careful. So might have to curb that sort of that temptation. Let's see. It's good that you went and got diagnosed. I think most people have problems they're unaware of because they don't think or make the effort to discover them. That said, empathize with the broken feeling. There are a lot of problems that can get treated, but don't really ever just get better. Yeah, broken is a very... I blame emo bands for that, because they all love to make songs about being broken and numb inside and all that, and I think I mean, if you were ever an adolescent, you probably had an emo phase, and you probably used this kind of terminology to describe yourself as well. It's not helpful, but, I mean, I think the important thing is to kind of understand that yeah, everyone's broken, more or less. You didn't have an emo phase? Oh. Oh, you were part of the other camp. Okay, I see. You were one of the oppressors. Just kidding. Mostly from everyone going through emotional puberty. Yeah. Enlightenment can sometimes be a curse too. I don't really ever. Just keep in mind, most people are broken, even if they aren't willing to admit it. You don't have to be. You don't have to think like you're the only one who is. Does that sound about right? I feel like I'm still kind of enabling the idea that they think they're broken, but everyone's kind of broken, so I don't know if that's bad or not. Yeah, feel. I get what you're talking about. I kind of had the opposite situation because I grew up religious. I was very against the idea, but I also had a lot of self-hatred because I had, puberty myself and couldn't figure it out. Yeah, maybe if we just quote the broken, because that sort of satirizes the term. Actually, let's go with this tech. Just keep in mind most people are broken even if they aren't willing to admit it. If anything, unbroken people are kind of anomalous. There we go. I think that's better. God, what do I get? Because part of this too is you want to spread new stickers to other people, so eventually you gotta give someone a weird one. Give you an octopus. Slime sticker? We got 2 slimes though, so that's the thing. We got this normal kind of cute slime. We got this derpy looking one with a hat. I guess if there's a birthday party theme, we'll give them the hat one, but I don't know. Slime stickers are a cop-out design choice, in my opinion. Blobfish? You have a blobfish? Are you talking about the balloon? The party hat slime is the blob. So this is the blobfish then, probably. Yeah, no, that's fine. Oh, alright. My mom always starts EU person, or the smallest things, and will just keep screaming and screaming. Plus, she makes sure to personally attack you during them. this one's not necessarily a problem, but just bad relationships. I don't know if there's much to say on that, but it's been a good 2 hours. Um, it might be a good place to kind of just call it. Ooh. I'm just thinking, yeah, no, Seal, like, terrible mothers isn't an uncommon thing, and also my my first impression is also like Asian. Yeah. For the record, I'm Asian. This is why I think these things. It's not because I'm racist against Asians. Just so you know. Don't report me to terms of service. Don't ban my channel. Let's see. And someone's responding to my pizza request. The combination of salty sweet is a well-documented culinary strategy. I've never had pepperoni plus pineapple, but I'm gonna try it now. Hey! I always thought Hawaiian was a weird pizza flavor because ham isn't really all that salty to begin with. Wish I had a pizza sticker. Let's see. Maybe I'll try to do this more regularly. Definitely during the weekdays when there's more idle time in the evenings. But I'm glad you guys all came and showed up. This was nice. I was a little worried no one was going to show up at all, but even if it's like under 10, I'm still very happy with this outcome. And I appreciate you guys being very participating in the chat as well. No, Tarragon, you're fine. That was a tech demo, if anything, so don't worry about it. I would have actually felt bad if you showed up yesterday. Yesterday? Yesterday. But yeah, I'm just glad I got all the kinks out, and you know, OBS looks good, the stream interface looks good. Oh yeah, and thank you for teaching me about Omegaverse. But yeah, I'll try this again later in the week. 6 a.m.? Oh no. Are you, oh no, 6 a.m. That means you're in Europe or something. Damn. No, thank you too, Lemon. I'm glad you showed up as well. Like, it is really nice seeing some of the people, like seeing your names and remembering, oh my gosh, you were guys I played with once upon a time. Yeah, no, I'm glad you're all doing healthy, and I'm glad you've all taken care of yourselves in the last 7 years. It's literally like one of those anime time lapses, like between Naruto as a kid and Naruto as a teenager, right? Like stuff like that. It's crazy to kind of have that sort of revival. But yeah, I'll post on the socials as usual. Oh no, don't worry, Seal. Don't worry, you're just getting a little perspective on this. Like, looking at my channel, if you look at my YouTube, you'll find that the content on there is very different from what we did today. And like, you know, it's just very heartening and very interesting to see like what a gap of 7 years will do, you know? So don't feel bad. But yeah, no, thank you guys for coming. I'll post on the socials when I go live again, or you could follow the channel, do it old school. Do people get alerts? I don't even know how this thing works anymore. Like, like, are you guys getting alerts when I go live on stream? I don't even know. But yeah, no, this was fun. Thank you guys for coming. We'll do this again later in the week. So until then, stay safe. Everyone make good choices. Wear a mask. All that stuff. Oh, Seal, you're a streamer too. Alright, I'll look you up. But yeah, you guys enjoy your Sunday evenings, or in Seal's case, probably Monday morning. And And yeah, be safe. Happy to see you all again, and have a good night.